Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. Today, we are continuing our ongoing series of discussions about what is happening in the ununited kingdom. Now, I got to tell you, prior to what's happening now and really these series of events that have taken place, not just in terms of the incident in which renegade Jackrabbit entered the dance facility and murdered those young girls, but even prior to that, just what generally is happening in England, the United Kingdom. Now, at one point, when I was growing up, I associated the United Kingdom, England, with this. And there you can see to the bottom right a family of average Englishmen. Now that has changed. Things are changing rapidly, and not for the good in the ununited kingdom. It's not. It's getting really bad. I'm going to show you a series of photographs. Now, this first one is actually in France, but there are images like this, just like this, that are almost a constant sight in the ununited kingdom. And we'll kind of proceed here. Sharia-controlled zones. This is a reality. In large cities in the ununited kingdom, France and other parts of Western Europe, Islamists, peoples of the Durka faith, institute these policies. This is real. This is actually happening. We'll continue. Photograph there. Sharia for the United Kingdom. And if you look at this photograph, look at this gentleman here. You see that guy? See his beard, the way his beard's cut. See his hair? This is an interesting individual right here. I can tell you that. The police are now wearing Islamic dress. Sharia-controlled zone. More example. This is where you can see a converted average Englishman who has submitted to Islam. Now, I've received comments in the comment section talking about, well, there's a few bad apples in the apple barrel. Okay. Well, first you have to have an apple barrel full of apples. And therein lies the problem. This is what is happening in the United Kingdom. 50 years ago, when we observed this initial wave of peoples from Pakistan and other parts of the Middle East who were Muslim, when you receive a family of 4 into your community, that's okay. Now what happens is another family arrives, followed by another family, and another family, and another family. And this religion is not designed to remain dormant. It is an expansive ideology that masks itself as a religion. I would define it more as a cult. But you call it what you will. And then you fast forward into the future, and that one family of four, who at the time seemed relatively harmless, that is no longer the case. Mosques have been built, laws start to be changed, and then finally you have the conquest. Yes, the conquest. The folks in Serbia know well about this. Kosovo was rightfully part of Serbia. The Serbs allowed a migration of Muslims into Kosovo, which was Serbia. And then the jackrabbit syndrome took place. They outproduced the original indigenous population, the Serbs, who were there prior to the Muslims. They outproduced them. The same thing is going to occur in England. It's happening. It's already happened. I fear that they've passed the point of no return. Now, what's even more disconcerting in terms of what's happening right now, I was watching local United Kingdom, ununited Kingdom television, and I was watching the different police reports. Now remember, the protests that are happening right now originated because of what happened in Southport. Okay? Now you can say that that individual jackrabbit who entered and did what he did was not Muslim. But he is a symptom of what is happening in the United Kingdom by allowing these people into England. Now again, back to the reports on TV. And this is incredibly concerning, especially if you are a average Englishman, not one of these guys. So what you see on TV is police command staff sitting next to Muslims talking about the need to protect Muslims. Now, here's the problem. I don't see images in which Muslims need to be protected. I see Muslims, Pakistanis, what have you, in the streets, armed, attacking average English people, attempting to install this right here. Their Sharia-controlled zones. Incredibly concerning with what's happening. Unbelievable. And just to think that originally this is what existed. And at a certain point, I fear that once they take control at the rate of what's happening right now, in terms of demographic changes, they're going to take control. And what you're going to see is these structures destroyed. They did it in Afghanistan. They will do it in the ununited kingdom as well. Absolutely, as sure as the day is long, it is going to happen. They will infiltrate your society. They will overtake you in terms of their birth rate. And look, the neoliberal schools that now exist are encouraging average English people not to have children, not to have families. Down with the patriarchy. But here, that's not the case. They're attending different schools. And they're being told something completely different. And eventually, when they outnumber you, this will disappear. England, you have to wake up. You have to. Have a good day.